Hello again, everyone. It's time for another pregnancy movie review. This time we'll be reviewing the movie The Baby Formula. Now, this movie came out a few years ago, and it's an independent film. And you might have seen some trailers for it on YouTube, around the internet, some places, things like that. But for the most part, this has been a kind of a hard-to-find film, at least for me, anyway. But I finally got a hold of it and managed to review it. Let me tell you right off the bat the best part about this film. Obviously, what's best about it, it has two real pregnant women. That is to say, two pregnant women who are actually pregnant in real life. Those are not, they're not fake bellies, prosthetic bellies. I don't know if the producers of this film planned it this way. I doubt it. I don't know if they intended to get a real pregnant woman for the film, and then the other actress who was playing the other part actually got pregnant, and they decided, what the heck, let's have them both in there. But here's the gist of the plot, and I say plot loosely because this was a kind of a hard-to-follow, weird film. The plot is, as I understand it, after watching this movie a couple of times, these two lesbians want to have a baby. And apparently, in this fictional world, they've come up with a way to impregnate a woman without sperm, using some kind of new genetic something or another, what have you. Anyway, this becomes the way the first woman that we see in the first clip gets pregnant. And unbeknownst to her, her lover has decided to become pregnant as well. And so they end up both pregnant. And like I say, that's probably not the way the film was intended. I'm guessing what happened, maybe the other actress, got pregnant at the same time, earlier than the other one did. And when the other actress got pregnant, maybe they just decided, okay, we'll put them both in, they'll both be pregnant. I don't know. Or maybe it was planned this way. But anyway, who cares? The basic thing is, and the important thing is, these are real pregnant women. And we get to see a fairly good amount of real pregnant bare belly scenes in this film. And they're very good scenes and pretty well done throughout the film. The downside is that there are not enough, to me, in my opinion, as I watch the film. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there are good scenes, obviously, when you have real pregnant bellies on display. But I could have done with some more. I thought we would see a lot more throughout this film, and they were just sort of more sparse than I had anticipated. But nonetheless, very good. I mean, you've got two women who are actually pregnant. The actresses playing the lesbians, obviously they're not lesbians in real life. They got pregnant the old-fashioned way. But, they got them in this film. They got to show off their bellies a little bit. The plot and the story, to me, was nothing I could get interested in. As I went through it, I found that the movie was trying to be both comical and serious at the same time, and it was just not working. It kind of ruined the film even more. The plot is weird and kind of hard to follow, and quite frankly, if it wasn't for the fact that this had two real pregnant women in it, I don't think I'd be interested in watching this film, and I don't think a lot of other people would. It's kind of just one of those little independent films. But nonetheless, two real pregnant women, you can't beat that. The only downside to this film is that the pregnancy scenes were not longer and more of them as there should have been, I think, in this film. And the story and the plot, it's just watery and, throwaway. It's silly. It doesn't make any sense. It's just, there to, I don't know. It's just there. I don't know what they were trying to do with this film. And there are scenes where we have to see some naked guys, unfortunately. That came up that I didn't realize that was going to be there. And needless to say, that's not what I wanted to see. And kind of ruined the mood for me. But at any rate, I got through it. And I just avoid that part now when I know that when it comes up. But at any rate, two real pregnant women. Pregnant bellies are good. You can't beat that. And so, as I say, I think that pretty much sums it up. How I feel about this movie. So, without further ado, let's get right to our score and see how this movie did. Okay, so the final score for The Baby Formula is 3 pregnant women. It's a perfect score because this movie has two real-life pregnant women in it. And that's what we need in more movies, in these pregnancy movies, obviously. And now, I understand that's not always possible, but still, I think Hollywood could, how should I put this, put more effort into these movies that revolve around the theme of pregnancy. And from what I hear, that especially goes for the movie What to Expect When You're Expecting. But I haven't seen that one yet, so I'm not going to comment on it just yet until I see it myself and do a full review. But needless to say, that this movie, two real-life pregnant women, there's plenty of bare belly scenes. The downside is there could have been more. I felt like, there could have been a lot more than what there was. It's almost on par with Ginger Ale Afternoon. Obviously, it doesn't come near to it as the amount of scenes of bare bellies that Ginger Ale Afternoon had, but it makes up for that by having two real pregnant women. So, not quite on the scale of Ginger Ale Afternoon, but close. So anyway, get this film, add it to your collection, you will not regret it. Well, that's all for now, everybody, and we will see you next time.